So we've talked a lot on this channel about Stacks, the layer 2 solution for Bitcoin and Bitcoin DeFi, which I still believe is going to be a major narrative in this upcoming bull market. When you think of it, we have venture capital that is now getting behind the Ethereum ETFs, now the Bitcoin ETFs, now the Ethereum ETFs. There might be Solana ETFs coming. And there's new news for Stacks that you're probably going to want to be aware of involving Grayscale that might be hinting that a Stacks ETF could be in the future. That is speculation at this point. But regardless of if that happens or not, I am very bullish on the Stacks token, which is why today I bought $7,500 worth of that token. And I am very, very excited to share with you guys why I'm so hyped about this coin still, even after some issues that happened with a project on Stacks, Alex Labs, which had some issues, which I'm going to highlight for you. We'll talk about one of its main competitors that's doing very well today, some of the steps that Alex Labs is taking to gain trust back and recover some of the funds that were recently lost in a hack. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of great things coming for Stacks. One player that has a failure in a ecosystem does not mean that it's down with the entire layer 2 solution for Stacks, but it did provide us with a beautiful buying opportunity of which I took advantage of personally. Let's talk about Bitcoin DeFi and some of the stories going on in the space today and why I pulled the trigger on acquiring more Stacks today, guys. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Welcome back to the Crypto Report. Let's get in. Bitcoin's doing well, floating around 69K. Ethereum ETF was just approved, and Stacks as a token right now that is in the higher ranks of crypto, in the top 50 still. And you can see that it is currently sitting at $2 with a $2.9 billion market cap, arguably very small for what it implies. We're talking about a DeFi economy built on top of Bitcoin, not just Bitcoin for transacting back and forth or ordinals anymore, but an entire DeFi economy built on top of Bitcoin, which is literally just getting started. There's a mega upgrade coming that I want to update you guys on. And so we're going to talk a little bit about some of this. So again, yesterday, I bought $7,500 worth of Stacks, and I was telling the community that this is one of my priority buys for the remainder of the year. I got a lot of meme coins on Stacks, on Cronos, which I'm a big fan of Cronos as well. Did a video on that earlier today. But it's time to get serious and talk about some utility tokens, one being Stacks, and I am following them on Twitter, and for good reason, right? We want to stay aware of what's going on. Another great follow for you guys is Munib. Who is Munib? He is the co-creator of Stacks. This is like following Vitalik Buterin on Twitter, who is the co-creator for Ethereum. And this is where you're going to get some of the best news and some of the most important updates. Now, news back on May 23rd that got me very excited for the Stacks ecosystem is Grayscale launched a new trust for Bitcoin L2 Stacks. This is by far and large the leading layer 2 solution for Bitcoin, enabling Bitcoin to have DeFi capabilities. And it had some FUD, and it had a little bit of a sell-off. Stacks was at $3.80 or so, currently at $2, a huge discount, basically a 50% discount for anybody that's looking at accumulating Stacks. Could it go down from here still? Potentially, right? Let's look at some of the news coming ahead, but Grayscale launching this trust could mean that in the future, there might be a Stacks ETF down the road. I think Solana might come before Stacks, but after Solana, maybe Stacks, especially if the Stacks ecosystem in mania really picks up again. And there is other reasons outside of this Grayscale news for that to potentially happen. Now, for a while there, earlier this year in 2024, we were looking at a lot of excitement around the upgrade coming for Stacks, but there was a little bit of a delay on that, and they updated the community. And so today, let's look at the timeline. You know, they've done a lot of upgrades over the years, right? Q1 2023, they had an upgrade, right? You can look through the history. So let's see where we're at today. So they had a developer release at the end of 2023, and now the official Nakamoto release got delayed after a community vote to take their time, make sure they did it right. The rollout was initiated now on April 22nd, but the actual launch is now expected on August 28th of 2024. Grayscale launched their fund for this. And now we've got this Nakamoto release coming. What's the Nakamoto release? It's bringing transaction times on the Stacks network, the layer 2 solution for Bitcoin, from 10 to 30 minutes all the way down to under 4 seconds, which is incredible. And then, after 4 weeks after the Nakamoto upgrade, activating the Bitcoin economy, getting into the weeds, getting even deeper and growing this DeFi ecosystem on top of Bitcoin, the world's largest cryptocurrency. Now, there have been some issues lately, right? There was a little bit of the delay with the Nakamoto upgrade, but honestly, I'd rather have them delay it than launch it and have it be faulty. So that was good to see. We've also seen, some coins have some trouble, right? Let's talk about Alex Labs. Alex Labs had a major issue recently, and which they're still trying to update the community on. So they actually had some issues where there was a big hack. They're providing updates. They're trying to recover funds. Some of these funds were sent to centralized exchanges, which they're acquiring, or trying to get those funds back. So they're still working on that. They already got back, I think, $3 million worth of stacks that was stolen. Still working on more. So in the meantime, are there other tokens within stacks, right, for platforms like Alex Labs that we can look at? Well, one of them that came out recently that was propped up big time by venture capital was Velar, which right now seems like it's kind of cupping out and trying to find some more upside. A giant green candle today on it, which, I don't like to buy giant green candles, but it's something I have my eye on. I don't own any Velar, but right now, Velar is looking a lot stronger than Alex Labs because Alex Labs had an issue. What is Velar? It's just like Alex Labs. We've looked at Alex Labs quite a bit. It is a spot where you can go use Bitcoin DeFi essentially, right? Use this L2 solution stacks to stake, provide liquidity. You can trade on it. And Velar came out as a competitor, and you can do a lot of these same things, including bridging and all these other functions that you can do on like Ethereum and Solana, but now on top of Bitcoin. So keep an eye out for other competitors. Right now, the strongest app in the space looks like it is Velar on stacks, only because of the issues with Alex. Hopefully, Alex Labs can have a recovery. But with all this news coming out, guys, with Grayscale launching this trust, this is a big deal. A new trust for the Bitcoin L2. With the upgrade coming and getting launched in August, right? In the middle of a parabolic bull market that we are expecting to come before the presidential election. There's going to be hype leading up to the presidential election. Politicians and presidential candidates are talking about crypto more so than they've ever done before. You have so many reasons, guys, why Bitcoin is going to go parabolic. And if Bitcoin goes parabolic, how could the DeFi economy on top of Bitcoin not gain some traction as well? And relative to Ethereum, the DeFi economy on Bitcoin is tiny. And so that leaves us with a lot more upside, in my opinion. I think the price action on stacks right now is presenting a beautiful discount. This thing is scooping up beautifully right now. I bought yesterday at basically exactly the price we're at right now, basically flat at $2. I intend on accumulating more of this, guys. I think that the memes on stacks as well can get another revival. The tokens like Velar, hopefully Alex Labs, if they can recover and regain the trust of the community, those can have a mania as well. But we're going to need some key things to happen, right? First, we're going to need to see Bitcoin take out those highs, right? We're going to want to see this thing go back to its previous highs that we saw, just a few months ago, right? 3 months ago, Bitcoin has been trading sideways ever since we got up into this range. For basically 3 months, we've been stuck. I'm waiting for a parabolic explosion on Bitcoin, looking for that next leg up. It has been a while. Once we break previous highs, typically for Bitcoin, we get that big run, and then we see altcoins run as well. And I do expect the altcoin rally to come in a very big way at some point. Some altcoins have already rallied quite a bit. We already had a little bit of a meme coin mania on stacks, but when Bitcoin cooled off, the overall market cooled off. Bitcoin's coming back after dipping to 58K. Now it's back up to 69K today. And what happened to altcoins? Just as I've drawn out here now for a while, it was going to come back up. Eventually, it should break through its previous highs if this bull market repeats itself in any capacity. And this bull market is obviously a little more paid attention to by politicians and governments and corporations and venture capitalists, more so than ever before, guys. I'm not going to sleep on DeFi built on top of Bitcoin. I don't know about you. Nothing's financial advice here, but I want to give you guys an update to just remind you guys that this is still on my radar. I know a lot of people have been wondering. I've been talking a lot more about Cronos lately. Stacks has been a little quiet. I've probably been a little bit more quiet about Stacks, but it is still very much on my radar. So I took advantage of the dip. A huge dip indeed. If you bought up here right now, you guys are currently down, 50% on your position. And if you haven't pulled the trigger yet, but you wanted to buy it up here and you're looking at it down here, well, congratulations, you have a 50% discount if this is a narrative that you're excited about. That's all I got in this one, guys. Again, nothing's financial advice. You got to do your own research. We'll see how it plays out, but certainly some exciting things happening here. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel for more crypto content, and as always, guys, you got to remember to DCA, HODL, DYOR, do your own research, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. Got 2 videos for you right here if you want to check them out. Peace, y'all. I'll see you next time.